If you're running a restaurant, you know cash flow is everything, right? It's the lifeblood. But late payments can just throw a massive wrench in your plans. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty amazing solution using AI to make sure you get paid on time every single time. Look, you got into this business because you love food, you love creating experiences for people, not because you wanted to be a part-time debt collector. If you're spending more time chasing invoices than you are creating new dishes, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's beyond frustrating. And that really brings us to this core problem, what we're calling the owner's dilemma. It's this constant tug of war, isn't it? Between your passion for hospitality and the never-ending mountain of paperwork that it takes just to keep the lights on. Your focus, your energy, it all goes into making sure your guests have an amazing time. It goes to your team, to the food, to the craft. But in the background, all these late payments are just quietly chipping away at your financial stability. It creates this underlying stress and uncertainty that, frankly, you just don't need. So let's talk about what happens when you're stuck doing this all by hand. It's what we call the manual payment trap. And trust me, the hidden costs of doing it the old-fashioned way are usually way bigger than you think. This quote just hits the nail on the head. The real cost here isn't just the late money. It's the focus that gets stolen. It's the attention that should be going towards making your restaurant amazing or planning your next big move. That's the stuff that actually grows the business. And you can just see the dominoes fall, can't you? It all starts with those unpredictable cash flow gaps. That forces you to spend more time on admin, which leads to those awkward, hey, just following up on that invoice calls that can really strain a good customer relationship. Before you know it, you're scrambling to cover payroll, you're holding off on buying new inventory, and those big growth plans, yeah, they get put on the back burner. It's a really tough cycle to be in. But what if you could just break that cycle completely? Well, that's exactly where an AI automation solution comes in. And I love this description. Think of it like having a digital sous chef, but for your finances. It's always there, perfectly organized, handling all the prep work so you can focus on the main event, running your restaurant. So what is this stuff really? It's actually pretty simple. AI-powered automation is just a smart system that's built to take over all those boring, repetitive financial tasks. You know, logging invoices, tracking who's paid, sending out reminders, and the best part? It does it all, so you don't have to. All right, so what are the key ingredients to make this happen? Well, first, you need an automation platform, something like Make.com, which is kind of the engine of the whole thing. Then you need a natural language AI, like OpenAI, to be the brains of the communication. And finally, you pull it all together in a central dashboard, like Notion, so you can see everything at a glance. Okay, now for the really cool part. Let's see what this smart system actually looks like in action. We're talking about going from sending an invoice to getting paid, completely hands-free. So here's how the magic happens. Step 1. A new invoice is created, and boom, it's automatically logged. No more typing things in by hand. Step 2. The AI writes up a polite, professional, and personalized reminder, so no more awkward phone calls for you. Step 3. That reminder gets sent out automatically, on a schedule that you set up. And finally, Step 4. Your dashboard updates in real time. You always know exactly who's paid and who hasn't without lifting a finger. The result of this simple workflow? It's a total game changer. We are talking about reclaiming your revenue and creating a brand new, way more stable financial reality for your restaurant. I mean, just look at this contrast. Before, you're dealing with unpredictable cash flow. After, you've got steady, predictable revenue you can count on. Those hours you used to spend chasing payments, that's now time you can use for actual growth. Awkward follow-ups become professional, timely reminders. And maybe the most important one, all that financial uncertainty and stress gets replaced by confidence and some well-deserved peace of mind. So what's the big payoff at the end of the day? Well, you're slashing your admin costs, you're getting rid of simple human errors, like just forgetting to follow up, you're making sure every single invoice gets a prompt follow-up. And because the whole system is so professional, you actually build better relationships with your clients. And all of that frees up you and your team to focus on the one thing that truly matters, your guests. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but where do I even begin? Don't worry, we've got you. Let's walk through your first quick wins. A few super simple steps you can take to get started on this, like today. All right, first things first.
You're going to connect your invoicing system. Just by linking your point of sale system to an automation platform, you kill manual data entry, just like that. It's probably the single biggest and easiest first win you can get.
Okay, next up, step 2.
Automate the reminders. This is huge. You just set up a simple workflow to send the friendly nudge before the due date, one on the due date, and maybe another one after. That's it. Nothing will ever slip through the cracks again.
And finally, step 3. This is where the magic really happens. Personalize everything with AI. Instead of a cold, generic, your payment is due template, the AI can write a message that actually sounds human. It feels warmer, it's more professional, and honestly, it's way more effective at actually getting you paid on time while keeping that customer relationship strong. So that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? This whole thing, it's not just about getting your finances in order. It's about buying back your most valuable resource, your time. So really think about it. What could you create with all that time and energy you get back? A new menu, a better training program for your staff, maybe even that second location you've been dreaming about. Now that's what this is really all about.